Esteban José Jean-Pierre Ocon is a French racing driver who competes for Alpine in Formula 1. He made his Formula 1 debut for Manor Racing in the 2016 Belgian Grand Prix. Replacing Rio Haryanto, Ocon was a part of the Mercedes driver development program until his move to Renault. In 2020, he achieved his first podium in Formula 1 by finishing second at the 2020 Sakir Grand Prix. He took his maiden Formula 1 victory at the 2021 Hungarian Grand Prix. Esteban Ocon was born in Évreux, Normandy to Sabrine Khalfan and Laurent Ocon, a mechanic who owns a garage in Évreux. He is of Algerian and Spanish descent and his paternal family is originally from Malaga. Ocon entered karting in 2006, when he finished 8th in the French Minime Championship, subsequently winning the championship in the following year. His success continued in 2008, as he won the French Cadet Championship. On the back of that victory, Ocon began the first of his 3 seasons in the KF3 kart category. He would ultimately win the French KF3 title and finish as runner-up in the WSK Euro Series in 2011. His final season before stepping up to cars. At the age of 14, Ocon was signed by Gravity Sports Management, a sister company of Renault F1 team. In 2012, Ocon made his debut in single-seaters, taking part in the Euro Cup Formula Renault 2.0 with Koiranen Motorsport. He finished 14th with 4-point scoring finishes, including being on the podium at his home round at Le Castellet. He also contested a partial campaign in the Formula Renault 2.0 Alps with Koiranen, finishing 7th with 2 podiums, both of which came at the Red Bull Ring. For 2013, he decided to switch to the Art Junior team. He took 3 podiums, as well as his first victory at Le Castellet, and finished the season in 3rd. Ocon joined the World Series in Renault's 3.5 category for Comtech Racing at the Hungaroring and Le Castellet, scoring 2 points in his first race. Ocon made his Formula 3 debut at the Macau Grand Prix, racing for Prema Power Team. In 2014 he expanded his collaboration with Prema into the FIA European Formula 3 Championship. He was on top of the standings since the first round at Silverstone and won the championship with a round to spare. On the 11th of March 2015, it was announced that Ocon would move to FIA Formula 3 European Championship rival GP3 Series with Art Grand Prix. He claimed the championship despite only scoring 1 victory and pressure from Luca Giotto. Ocon drove for Mercedes-Benz in the first 10 races of the 2016 DTM season, alongside his reserve driver role at Renault Sport F1. He was subsequently replaced by Felix Rosenqvist, following his promotion to Manor. Ocon's first experience of a Formula 1 car was on the 22nd of October 2014, driving the Lotus E20 as part of a 2-day test for Lotus F1. A month later, he made his Grand Prix weekend debut for Lotus during the first practice session at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. In May 2015, Ocon was called up by Force India to drive at the post-race test in Barcelona, after Pascal Wehrlein was forced to withdraw due to illness. Prior to him claiming the GP3 title, it was announced that Ocon would enter the Mercedes Junior team. In February 2016, it was announced that Ocon would also act as reserve driver for the Renault Sport F1 team for the 2016 season. He took part in Friday practice sessions at 4 Grands Prix for the team. On the 10th of August 2016, Rio Haryanto was dropped from the backmarker Manor Racing team after his sponsors had failed to meet their contractual obligations. Ocon was named as his replacement for the second half of the season, driving alongside Pascal Wehrlein. Ocon made his Formula 1 debut at the Belgian Grand Prix, finishing 16th. He earned his best result of 12th in the rain-affected Brazilian Grand Prix, dropping out of the points positions on the final lap. On the 10th of November 2016, Force India announced that they had signed Ocon for the 2017 season as part of his multi-year contract with Mercedes, with Sergio Perez as his new teammate. Ocon scored his first Formula 1 point in his first race for Force India at the Australian Grand Prix. He finished 10th in the first 3 races of the season. He then finished 7th at the Russian Grand Prix and continued the points streak with 5th place at the Spanish Grand Prix. Following a 12th place finish at the Monaco Grand Prix, Ocon recorded 12 consecutive points finishes, but was often involved in incidents with teammate Perez. At the Canadian Grand Prix, Perez ignored requests from the team to let Ocon pass in order to challenge Daniel Ricciardo for 3rd place, and Perez and Ocon eventually finished 5th and 6th respectively. The two drivers collided at the following Azerbaijan Grand Prix, forcing Perez into retirement and giving Ocon a puncture. Ocon eventually recovered to finish 6th. They made contact again at the Belgian Grand Prix, where Ocon was squeezed towards a wall leading up to the Eau Rouge Co.